Hey folks, so this is my 2021 HRV and I just want to show you how to drain and fill the coolant. I know this is kind of backwards, but this is my intro video. So for the coolant drain and fill, you're only going to need a couple things. You're going to need your coolant. I got one that is for Honda. It's always recommended to get a Honda branded chemicals, but I'm cheap, so I got two of these. I also got something to contain the coolant. You got your drain pan would do, anything just to catch it. You got your I got a 3/8 wrench here. Ratchet. Any ratchet would do as long as you have a 10mm socket. I will also show you where the block drain plug is, but that's gonna need a 19, but I'm not planning to do that today. But yeah, that's all you really need. Oh, and before I forget, I would also recommend getting one of these fancy funnels with the little adapters on there. It'll make the whole job easier. If not, you could just get one of these simple funnels. They'll do the same thing. It's just you'll constantly have to just babysit it. While this, there are many like it, but I like this one because there's a valve out here. There's another one that actually has a stop that goes up and down. I prefer this one because the valve is outside, and the stop, you're not relying on the stop to go in and plug it. If the seal is bad, it'll just start leaking. But yeah, I would recommend also investing in one of these funnels if you're planning on doing this. It just makes the whole job easier. But if not, I mean, if you're like me who's balling on a budget, you could also use one of these. So here we are under the car, and I went ahead and took some of the screws off, but I'm just going to show you. To start draining it, you're going to need to, I don't know if you could see that in there, but there is a little petcock in there that you need to turn. If you have a two-wheel drive version like mine, it's going to have this skid guard, splash guard. And usually you'll just have to remove it, but you just really have to remove these three screws here. So there is one here, and I'm pretty sure I missed one because I can't see it. But you'll just have to remove that, and this would make this easier since you could just push it back. And then you get your hand in there, and you should be able to see it if I have lighting. But there's a little valve in there that you could just turn. Hoping my fingers could see it. Nope. But yeah, there's a little valve that you just have to turn, and then it'll start draining it. So you don't have to actually lift it up. I'm just doing this just for demonstration purposes, but honestly, as long as you have a Phillips screwdriver that's short enough to get there, you could remove these little three screws right here, and yeah, you get started. All right, so the next step is, before you start draining, you want to open this up, make sure it's not hot. If it's hot to the touch, step away, let it cool down. And then what you want to do is you want to inspect the lid, make sure it looks all good. You want to smell it. All right, I don't know what it smells like. It smells okay. And then you just want to take a look at it. But we'll go ahead and just close that for now because we haven't even started draining. So I went ahead and dropped the rest of the skid plate, just the screws, not the back clips, just for more room. But yeah, I got the drain pan underneath, and we're gonna start draining it. 1 second. All right, so that took a while, but let's crack it loose. Now we're gonna open up the top. There you go. All right. So once you crack it open, it should increase the flow. Coolant must flow. Also, a good way to check if you have a good seal on these adapters is plug it, and then you could hear it running. So if you open it, notice how it's increasing, and then if you plug it, notice how the sound is decreasing. That's how you know that it's sealing and that your adapters are working properly. A video of removing the reservoir, but as you can see, it's empty. There's really no need for me to remove the reservoir. Yeah, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and not take it out, but usually you'll just need a 10 mil here and a 10 mil down there. The bolts are different. The bottom one is longer and the top one is shorter. And these are just hand tight. You don't need to over torque these. They just hold the reservoir. Then it's just down to a trickle. I think we're good to close the valve. So let's get in there. Where's the hole? Let's see. It's a question I ask myself every day. Where's the hole? Alright, so you want to go ahead and close the petcock or the valve. I think petcock is it's a nicer name. It's a petcock. Alright, so go ahead and turn it clockwise. As tight as possible. You don't have to over torque it. And then there you go. Here is our wonderful coolant. Alright, so now that it's done draining, we're going to close the petcock. I like to say petcock. And then we're going to start filling it up. Now, before we do that, sorry, I saw a little spider web. Before we do that, if you want to get super fancy, there is actually a block drain. Let's see if I can show it. All right, hoping it will focus, but it's right there. Now, I'm going to use my finger to point to you this thing right here. So, right there, not this bolt, but right there, that little bolt down there, that's all the way down there. Okay, that is a block drain. That takes a 19 millimeter. It also has a aluminum washer or gasket that you need to replace once you open it. Also, this is just a simple drain and fill. It's recommended that you do this every 30,000 miles, and I don't really need to do that. The car only has 50,000. Before you start going full bore and just start dumping this in, what you want to do is you want to add a little bit. Forgot to close the valve. Close the valve. Just add a little bit. Right there. Okay, and then you want to inspect for any leaks. I had another funnel like this that was cheaper and it started leaking. So while I started filling the radiator out, it started inducing air and getting everywhere. So this is why it's important to make sure that you have a proper seal before you continue on. So yeah, looks good. We'll just start filling her up. My favorite thing to do about this is that you could also control the flow, so you're not getting a little Poseidon's kiss of coolant in your face. Thankfully, they do come with lids, so you can just cover it like that once you go full bore. But yeah, be careful when you're using these, because once you get that little splash going up to your face, it could end up in your mouth, and that's not fun. So we'll just continue on. I'm almost done with this here, but we'll just continue on and just let this fill. One bottle of the coolant in there. I'm gonna go ahead and start the car. I am gonna prep another bottle and open it up. From my understanding, I think it takes 1.5 bottles, I think. I don't know the exact measurement, but that's what from Google has showed me. And yeah, I'll go ahead and start the car. This is not a sponsored ad, but I really do like this coolant. I like this company here. This company that I really wish would sponsor me or send me free stuff, because I have a lot of stuff from this company. I have other things from this company that I've been using, and I like it. If not, I want to join AmSoil. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start the vehicle since it's burping time. Before we do that, we want to make sure that we set the temperature to heat with the fan off, and we'll go ahead and start the vehicle. So the reason why you want the fan off and also AC off, the heat and cold controls is actually just a valve that opens and closes. So as you put this in the heat section, it switches that over to hot, and you can see that's actually started to burp a bit. But we'll just let this heat up, and then we'll keep an eye on the reservoir, or the funnel. I can't words right now, I'm sorry. Alright, so while it's burping, what you want to hear is the fan go on. I believe it's... which one is it? I believe it's this fan down here. While I'm doing that, I also want to squeeze the upper radiator hose a bit. See how when you squeeze it, that helps move the air along. Be careful because it is going to start getting hot. And just squeeze it a bit. Have fun with it. Just keep squeezing. So I kind of forgot to record this part, but when you're done, you take out the adapter. Make sure you clean up any mess that you've made here. The remaining fluid you put into the reservoir. Now just be careful because I did spill some. Not gonna lie. Let me get my light here. But yeah, I made a mess. But anyways, I don't know if you can see it, but you fill it up until what I do is I'm gonna take your flashlight in there and then you fill it up all the way to the max line. So there you go. So there's the max line right there. I'm actually over max, but don't overdo it, and then you should be fine. So there you go. And oh yeah, forgot the last part. You still have to put back your splash shield if you have one, and then you should be good to go. Just make sure there's no other leaks, and you're done. Congratulations, you just did your own coolant change. Also, before I forget, please take the time to wash or degrease the area that you worked in. Coolant is not fun, and it's very toxic to your dogs. So, yep, just wipe it down and just make sure it's nice and clean.